Hello again, everyone. I had to go back in and make a new stream because obviously I couldn't work with the other one, so I've had the problem before. But anyway, my name is Gina. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video. In my the previous live, they said they couldn't hear me, so the only thing I know to do was to go back in and just set up another live. So we'll give it just a few minutes for everyone to come into this new stream. So there we are, Laura. Can you hear me, sweetie? Good. I tell you, one of these days I'm gonna get the kinks worked out. But anyway, what I was talking about, I'm still dealing with this identity theft theft thing, and we're just waiting on the report from the state police. And so my attorney calls me this morning and to check the status, and I said, I've called him on two separate occasions, and the last occasion was the other day. And I said, I didn't get a response from him at all. So she said that she will draft a letter out on my behalf and she will send it to Indianapolis. And we all know that's the head honcho. So, me being the direct person that I am, welcome in, Clint. I just went to the state police post myself because it's like 12 miles away. So I come in, I am greeted by the same officer, and I said, I think we know one another. And he said, yes, you look familiar. Don't forget that thumbs up and share this video. So I proceeded to tell him that my attorney called me and we're waiting on that report. And, and he said that the detective that is handling the case is on vacation. Never told me. That information was sent to him a week ago. So why did he not? I understand that people deserve a vacation, but you also owe the courtesy of telling that person that you're going on vacation. I think they make excuses for one another, and that attorney will draft that letter, and that'll get them cleared up. If she don't play, she's very good at what she does. Welcome in, Angie. And I'm still dealing with that. I've been to that state police post 3 times, and I'm over it. So I did call the attorney and tell her that they made 1,000 excuses. Yes, an investigation does take a while. But what about your paperwork and your responsibility? So I told the guy that, look, I sent him an envelope with what he requested, put my name on the front, my email address, and the case number. I said that was done a week ago, and questioning me like I don't got no sense and don't know what I'm doing. But I had to calm down, because I don't look good in orange. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, now that we've got that gripe all out, and I had plans today on doing this, and I got home and I'm like, I called the attorney, left a message, and I said, I'm doing this live. I don't care. I said, I have done my part. Now they need to get cracking. They are a state paid, quote unquote, taxpayer. And there are 3 taxpayers in this family. And hey, Kel, you caught me at a rant. But I said, I'm going to do this live because I always feel so lighthearted when I'm around my friends. So here I am. But I just had to get that out because I've had enough. So with that being said, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. I had to wear pearls in there because I knew if I had to have some reinforcement because I was about ready to lose it and not be very ladylike. But I made it through it. and without the orange jumpsuit, right? No, I'm just kidding. So it's good to see everyone. And on this particular haul, when I went into the consignment, it was on Memorial Day and everything was half price. So the manager comes out and says, load up your carts, everything's half off in the store. So I didn't have an overflowing cart, but I did have some nice items. So one of these items was, and this is old, guys, is that right there. You can tell that that is old. And on the back it says Victoria something well, I'll let you look at it, but that's what it says on the back. I'll move it in so you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is, and it is old. Yes, Laura, sometimes beautiful things. I've got the pearl. These are real. These necklaces are real. That ring is real. The bracelet is real, because I knew I was going to explode. And I thought, well, put your pearls on and remind yourself that you're a lady before you go in there. So isn't that beautiful? It's like a little tray that you would lay little, like your jewelry or coins or whatever. But look how beautiful she is. Gorgeous piece. And like I said, I haven't Googled any of these pieces. Don't want to break that. So all I can say is they didn't want to get me testifying up in there. This is amazing, you guys, but there's one thing that I'm going to do with this, because it looks a little, doesn't look very nice, let's just put it like that, but the bottle itself is very vintage. Oh, this is a heavy one, y'all. It seems like this consignment shop is so into putting beans into stuff that, but anyway, it's got some kind of, we have a rooster here, and this is heavy, y'all. Hey, Robin, welcome in, sweetheart. So let's put the rooster's head back where it belongs. And this, look, it's got some kind of oil in there, but those are beans. I don't like the looks of that. Yeah, I'm showing, and I'm planning to have a sale real soon here, but he is glass. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And there's his bottom. And the bottom just says $29.99. But look how cool that is. Look how they've got that layered. There's some kind of oil in there. But there he is with his glass head, cluck, cluck, cluck. But I said, I've had a trying day, and I knew what I was going to do today. And how dare, nobody's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. And being with you guys has really made my day, because there's some days where you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride and you want off. Let me off. And this is one of them. So let me get a drink, excuse me. So oftentimes we find in society that people don't do their job. And then, I do know an investigation takes time, but what's wrong? What was wrong with his fingers before he went on vacation? So, anywho, but this is old and it is heavy. And next up, we have, ooh, I can get real catty, meow. But not unless I have to. This, people, is beautiful. Let me find the lid. But, hey, life is full of surprises and roadblocks and all kinds of things. Thank you, Robin. Yes, thumbs up. And my secondary channel, Genuinely Gina, is doing really well. I noticed the subs went up considerably after yesterday, which that makes me very happy because subscribers are important, but sometimes it's more important the message that you give from that channel is important. I like to look at the subscribers, not because, I just, I'm just curious to see what people's interests are. So we have this beautiful, and it is gorgeous. And on the bottom, it made in China, number 13. There's that right there. And it is a teapot. And here's the top of it, y'all. There's the top of it. Beautiful, beautiful. My voice is echoing through this thing, as you can hear. But and then it has your wicker handle. Isn't this to die for? I mean, really? And this was one of the ones that I got for half price. Gorgeous, breathtaking. What would have really made it even more amazing if it had the cups that went with it. Do ya? I saw something when I was thrifting today that looked like this, but it was kind of a smaller version. Isn't that beautiful? It's got that Chinese writing on it. Okay, guys, I heard on the news about in 2022 that some kind of Chinese people, whatever, hacked into a system that it had millions of people's information on. And that information was sold to a second party, which turned out to be $6 million. So that just goes to show you nothing's safe. I just saw that on TV, and it was so ironic because the thing that I received from the Small Business Association, it was during that C word. So how coincidental is that where information was sold to a second party and they went in there like gangbusters to the point of $6 million. So there's that. My husband said, "Hey, that sounds like what happened to you." And I said, "Yeah, it does." But I thought, nobody's going to keep me from my plans for today. That's just the way it is. Did I have aggravation early? Yeah, I did. But I decided to come home and do what I enjoy the most, is show pretty items and be with all of you guys. So, y'all, I got some really, really beautiful. This may be crystal. I'm not for sure. I don't know if it has the heft of crystal, but look at that. It's got the little feet. Like I said, I haven't Googled any of these. But isn't that pretty? It's the bowl like that. That's this right there and there, that right there is an indicator of age. That is like an indicator of an older piece. But isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Gorgeous. Yes, listen to the ping. Well, hear that reverberation? Yes, Robin, I think you are correct. And I do think it's crystal, and how beautiful. That is just outrageously gorgeous. Beautiful little scallop bowl. Yep. Let me do that one more time. That was neat. I can still hear that reverberation in that. So we will set that over there. And again, thank you guys for coming in. And next up, and I believe this to be crystal as well because it's very heavy piece. And anyone that knows me knows that I am drawn to angels and have been for many years. And this, Laura, I picked you something up too, and I promise you, I'm going to send it to you along with all of those Charlie McCartney spoons because you're the one that needs them. So you're like, listen, her waving her finger around up there. I do believe a candle goes in that, but look at this, guys. And this is 24% lead crystal. And how gorgeous, excuse me, you guys, and how gorgeous is this? Look at that. And it is 24% lead crystal. You have your angel. The base, I don't think the base is worthy of the beauty of this, but you could put your own base on it. It's open at the bottom. It's got that at the bottom. Look at that beautiful angel. Isn't she beautiful? And it's definitely marked 24% lead crystal, fine Bohemian crystal made in the Czech Republic. So that is definitely crystal. It is thick and it is gorgeous. Let me see if I missed anybody. And there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Heavy, thick glass. So pretty. So there's that piece. Okay. This was something I thought was just precious. And it came in this box. I wish they could put in stickers like that. Look at this, guys. Isn't this beautiful? These are 4 trinket boxes. Look at the beauty. Look how beautiful. And I'll look on the bottom. I don't recall there being anything on the bottom. Here is the inside. That is the inside of it. And it did come in this beautiful box. That is very pretty. I don't think they're old, but they are beautiful, and they come in their own box. Gold tone trim, beautiful flowers on those. There's that. When I saw that, you know, me and my trinket boxes, of course, I'm not going to keep everything. Hey, Dandy, welcome in, sweetheart. Now, Dandy is another sweet person. And Laura, if you would you drop some of the channel links of people like Dandy and Angie and yourself and whoever has a selling channel? It's good to see you, Dandy. Dandy is so pretty. I was in her chat the other night and she's just such a beautiful person. She is. So we will get those links dropped because we need to support each other and help each other out. And that's just one of the many ways that we do that. So there's that. While Laura's doing that, I don't want to show. You're welcome, Dandy. You're a sweetheart. Thank you, Miss Laura. Laura, while you're busy, I won't show you this because you may lose your train of thought. So, next up, this is awesome. This is a sombrero, and my head is so small that it actually fits. This is, I would say this may be a child sombrero. And on the inside, it is very well, it says Pigalle, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's in it. And I'll show you. That's what's on the inside. And folks, this is made really well. I think it's for a child, but it fits me. Isn't that beautiful? And it's really heavy. Let me move it in so you can see the details of this gorgeous, gorgeous hat. Isn't it beautiful? I caught a sparkle right there, didn't you guys? Of course, a lot of your sombreros do have this cord. But I think that's kind of cool. And it fits my head, just not real good, but it does fit. Robin's channel, she just subbed. Thank you so much, Laura. Isn't that awesome? Takes you right back to Mexico. Yo quiero Taco Bell. So that's really the only. But isn't that just gorgeous? And the material that it's made of. And I don't think this came from an establishment where things were cheap. I really don't, judging by that right there. A real beauty. I would have loved to have had a bigger one, but this one is in such great shape, and the craftsmanship is just breathtaking on that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Robin, when you get in Laura's chat, beware, you will be totally addicted just like me. And see, that's what it's all about, us helping one another to achieve the goals that we want to and build our channel and put those names out there, because there's some wonderful people on YouTube. And Kel is one of them as well. And Belinda, they're usually partners. And she's another wonderful person. Thank you, Kel, for coming in. I appreciate you. Now, I thought this was rather unique. This is something that you put into, when you have a purse that doesn't have dividers in it, this is your ticket right here. However, how brightly it may be colored, it's still, you're welcome, Cal. Hey, Shell Bell. Welcome in, sweetie. Hey, Shell, check the sombrero. Check that out. Isn't that, it's probably for a kid because isn't that amazing? And that is made really well. It really is. We'll move it in, let the camera focus. Do you see that bling on there, Shell? How snazzy? Yeah, that is snazzy. But I think it's for a child, but isn't that something? I'm going to wear that because I think it's cool. It may not match the outfit, and this is constructed very well. And I'm so glad to see you. And there's Brian. Welcome in. Brian, thumbnail coming soon. Brian's going to be on my second channel, Genuinely Gina. He has a lot to tell us, and I think he really wants to. And Brian, you are next on the channel on next Tuesday at 3. This is heavy, y'all. These things are pretty neat, especially if you have a purse that doesn't have dividers and you're sick of, thank you very much, Laura, of digging through your purse. And I like dividers. And I know this is a bright color, but take a look at that. It has several outer pockets on it. It does have a flap. It's really clean, so you put your items in here. It's not the biggest thing that you've ever seen, but it is the handiest. Hey, Sissy Winks, welcome in. But you would put your things in there. You would speaking of purses, I've got a purse too. Imagine me having a purse. Let me see what this is marked, guys. Welcome in, Sissy. Good to see you, sweetheart. Not really marked anything, but how handy dandy is that? So you put your articles in this, set it down into that purse that has no dividers, and boom, you're organized. And if you want to look deeper, you just lift that out, and there you go. I like purses with dividers in them because it separates, it keeps things tidy and all that good. It is a very wild color, but nonetheless, it is very handy. And speaking of purses, hello, gorgeous. Let me see what. Oh, and there's some other items in here as well. My head's so big, this thing trying to come off. So I saw this, and it combined two of the things that I really like, black and there's Sissy Winks. And Laura, if you would drop Sissy Winks's channel name in there for us so everyone can subscribe to her. She is a sweetheart. So you know me and my purses. This one is in really great shape. It has the handles as well as the crossbody. And it does have an additional zipper out here. We'll open that up. And it's just got a black on the inside. But I started looking at this, and it said, it's got a tag in it that says Elliot Luca. So I haven't Googled that or anything of the such because I just got home. But let me see if I can get that to where you can see it. There's your inside. Got some pretty hot pink going on up in there. And let me zip this. Unzip that. You've got your hot pink going on. And I thought it was just a beautiful, I don't think it's leather. Let me check, y'all. Here I am sniffing a purse. They're like, what is she doing? All right, we'll get to the bottom of it. Nope. They have all these fancy words that means one thing. It's pleather, but it is pretty. The body is 100% polyvinyl chloride. The trim is 100% polyurethane, and the lining is 100% polyester. But I thought it was pretty, and I liked the way that it had those inside there where that's kind of got a elastic in it. I thought that was really neat as well. Me and my purses. They thought Imelda Marcos had a bunch of shoes. They haven't been in my house and seen all my goodies. And of course, every lady needs one of these. And I'm getting ready to switch it out. This is a makeup organizer. And if anyone knows me, knows that I have a lot of makeup. And look at the gold tone along there, and look at the little, what that looks like on the inside. It is integrated design products. And there we go. There's that. Made very well. That's a nice one. Let's see if I can locate. Boy, that was squeaky. This is coming in about almost 13 inches long and about 8.5 inches wide. It's in good shape. I like the theme that it has on the bottom. Very nice piece, in good condition. No scratches or anything, but it's plastic, y'all. Right? It's plastic. So, while they put in the purse, of course, me and my trinket boxes, you'd think I was... But a lot of people like... it is an excellent haul. Yes, and we're not finished. So, and like I said, what I showed you in the beginning was all half price. It was Memorial Day, and they was having and this hat was not amongst the half price because I just got that today. I think it's for a kid because it feels like it's just about ready to slide off. But I thought it was pretty. Didn't you? All right, come on off of there. Sometimes they put these things in the darndest of places. Let's get out that way. So next up we have that cherub, that little baby cherub, and look at the roses surrounding her, and she's just so cute. And of course, it has a made in China sticker on the bottom of it. But how cute is she? We'll move that in. Oh. And there's no chips or nothing on these roses, and she's just adorable. You like my hat, Brian? Be styling and profiling, won't we? He's like, this lady kills me. I think Brian's my biggest fan. Okay, y'all, I know that sounds like it's broke, but there's a pair of earrings in there. Fear not. I would cry if this got broke. I wouldn't cry, but I wouldn't be very happy about it. Then I thrifted. I thought like these were different as well. These earrings where it has the heart and the half moon and the little dangle on the bottom. They're not marked anything, but I thought they were cute. And the price was right. So we have yet another trinket box. And this one, oh my. Mercy. Why do they stick that thing on top of that all important sticker? I don't know. They just don't think. They put out a lot of things hourly. They bring out carts, but it appeared to have had a sticker on it. And it says, let's see, is there any crazing on that? It says hand decorated, which is in the corner right there. And it's pink. Imagine me getting something pink. You know I'm going to, especially if the price is right. Let's see. These stickers get on my nerves. But that's how they mark their stuff. So, look at the front of that. And I would wager to say that that is probably real fired gold around that beauty right up in there. It is pink. It's very lovely. And Sissy Winks has a hat just like that. So now we're twins. I'm just the older version of Sissy Winks because I know she's younger than me by probably quite a few years. But isn't that beautiful? Not a crack, nor a chip, nor a mar to be seen. But that was hand painted. How amazing was that? You kind of got that mauvey pinkish color. I don't know about you guys. It's been really cool here lately, which is a good thing, especially after all the rain and the grass that needs to be cut. So Laura's like, where is that thing she was going to show me? She keeps putting me off. Laura, you ever seen one of those? And I didn't clean it. It is pretty skanky on the back, but here is what is on the back. And I bought this specifically for you. I had you in mind when I bought this. Robin, I haven't tested this yet. I haven't seen any indicators of a 925 mark, but that doesn't mean anything. However, I did get some testing chemicals here Friday. Where's my magnet at? I've got a jewelry magnet here. It might be plated, but Laura, you are the first one. Do you have one of these, Laura? Not only that, I did find an additional little tiny spoon thing, and that is also coming your way. But that's what's on the Vienna. Hey, Gigi, welcome in, sweetheart. And there's Joanne, but it says Vienna on it, and that is coming your way. You're not only going to get that, you're going to get these Charlie McCartneys because Laura, and I have another additional little bitty spoon brooch, and they're all coming your way because you are my mod, and I'm sure that I may have to call on you a few times. And all this plus another spoon brooch is coming to you because I could not see them going to anyone else but you, Laura. It's like, that's going to Laura because, and when I'm out and I see a spoon, I go right to it and I check it out. And all these plus an additional one is coming to you because I believe that you would be the one that would mostly really appreciate these and display them and love them like the beauties they are, right? But Angie also picked you something up. Should I show it to her or should I make her wait? Angie, I'm so bad about waiting to give people things. I'm terrible about that, but hey, Shell Bell's up for an adoption. Well, you can come on over, Shell Bell, but bring all that jewelry that you bought from Sheena and we'll have a ball. And this is going to Angie. This is a keychain with an owl on it. She was the very one that I thought about, and it is blinged out. It's nickel-free, lead-free for adults use only. Yeah, she is just across the state. But isn't that amazing little owl? And you know, when I go thrifting, I think about different people. If I see something that and someone pops into my mind, I automatically, and I'm so guilty of this, I automatically get it. But this guy right here, he's old, but he's heavy and they got beans in him. I guess, I don't know if that, but it looks like it has oil. And Brian's out there going, But it is all, it's, you know, this is glass. The entire thing is glass. And let me see how much this weighs just for reference, you guys. I've got a scale right over here. Another thing that I did get in the mail was a scale to weigh silver on. So, Lord have mercy. Brian, this weighs right at 5 pounds. With all that, the beans in it, the liquid, the top knot, and everything, it weighs exactly 5 pounds. So, Brian, if you are interested in this, contact me and we'll negotiate. And I'm a fair person, remember that. Because I can hear Brian's thoughts out there. Because, ooh, wouldn't I love to have that rooster? Gosh, it's heavy. Brian, just send Gina an email and we'll talk turkey. Ha, ha, ha. No pun intended. They're like, that woman's silly. But you guys just make me so lighthearted and bring that little kid out in me every time. But Brian, he's got a real beautiful rooster. I've never seen one with so many different colors in it. So, yeah, he weighs about 5 pounds. There's no chips on him. His comb is not chipped in any way. His beak. He's in good shape for an old bird. Thank you, Laura. That's where you can contact me at. But anyway, I knew what I wanted to do today. And did I have a trying day? Let me get a drink on that one. And this is water, by the way. But, we have to do what we have to do. Sometimes in society, there's an urgency placed, and sometimes other people don't seem to notice that because it's not them. So, just like Dylan, the state police was correct. It does take a long investigation to investigate something, an identity theft. But if you're the detective and you have the case and you're going on vacation, pick the phone up and communicate. I've been to that station 3 times. And of course, the attorney called and I said, hey, here's where this stands. And she goes, well, I'll draw up the letter, a draft for, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that pistol, let me tell you. Okay, Brian, sweetheart. But it's like we want things to hurry up, but we know in this life, nobody ever gets in a hurry. Now, if it's you that's supposed to do something, they think you should move heaven and earth to accommodate them when they do not return the same favor. But I thought they're not going to stop me from doing what I love, and there's that head. And we just have to be patient. However, they did tell me to contact the FBI about this, because I imagine this Small Business Administration has been bombarded with people's information was stolen. It was on the news. It was tapped into, sold to a second party to the tune of $6 million. So just wait till the AI really gets into kick. There'll be so much. And, we all like to purchase things online. It's convenient. It's easy. But there's always somebody out there lurking for your information and will do anything. And when they get it, they're going to ruin you. And you're not even going to know about it until you get this thing saying you owe this amount of money. If they move quicker, the thief will not be able to keep stealing from other. Yeah, we're in a crisis, you guys, because your information is out there. If you buy something online, it's out there and it can be penetrated. And you can wake up one morning and say, hey, everything's good. And then you get this letter in the mail and you're like, oh my gosh, is this real? And then, like the state police said, they want to see that stuff so they can determine whether or not it. They said they get hundreds of fraud things through the police department, state as well as county every day on somebody that doesn't want to work. They've got more time to get into your business than anything else, and they're going to do it because that's how their minds work. People would be safe with me because I couldn't. There's no way in the world that I could do it because I don't think like they do. Took 6 months for me to get my money back, but only if they caught the person, which they did. Praise God, Shell Bell. I'm glad you got that justice and that peace of mind, because it's no joke when somebody does this to somebody and affects their financial life, and it's dirty. But hey, there's people out there that think that, they get those, what they ought to do. If this was back in biblical times, which it obviously wouldn't because of the technology, they would be drug out into the streets and stoned for their offense. The bank would put my money back in the account until the person was caught. Yeah, under the caveat. that says nothing about Shelbell, what you went through, the sleepless nights you had because of it, how your family was affected by it. You know, they don't care about that. That's why that I would like to see stiffer, stiffer penalties. And federal prisons are full to start with. And today, we're going back to the Bible, y'all. In the Bible, in the last days, there will be lawlessness, no justice for what is right. And I'll be a monkey's uncle if, excuse that expression, if that's not coming true right now. And, my disabled son had an illegal person in here, the U.S., using his social media. Wow. I know, Shelbell, it's frightening. And, you have a family to feed and bills to pay. We don't need that extra aggravation, but, you know, the social security number, I agree, coming true around here. Yeah, it's, I had another incident where a lady tried to buy a house on my husband's name and they stopped her. It's like, and see, a lot of these businesses, these house sellers or whatever, are partly to blame because they don't do their research. All they see is dollar signs in their eyes. They want to make that sale, they want that commission. They don't care where that money comes from. And lo and behold, people like Shelbell, myself, and countless of thousands of people being hacked into every day. And, it's just really sad that, like I said, you're better off with your money in a sock under the bed because that's where it's the safest. Like older people, they used to put their money in the freezer in a bag. Yeah, we pay everyone online, everybody. And they make it too easy to take out. We tracked him down ourselves just by using Google. Thank the Lord. I'm so thankful for you, Kelly, because that's a nightmare. I mean, it really is. Nope, checks are obsolete. We don't use checks anymore. It's like the old way, but today, you just never know who and the what. You might be totally innocent and framed because somebody wanted to use your information, and there's nephew Troy and your uranium glass ashtray went out yesterday, and guess what? I found a uranium glass kind of a fruit dish with a little thing on it. I was on a channel yesterday, and that is nephew Troy, and he has a channel as well. I was on a channel the other day, I'm not going to say who, and a pow was shown, and it's against it violates YouTube's policy. But if something like that violates YouTube policy, what about your knives that are shown? If you're going to do something like that, that's a weapon as well. And boom, just like that. That's why I hope, nephew Troy, that I get my uranium glass pretty, which is about that tall. Oh, and I got another one. That makes two of them. So, we really got to be careful what we put out there. And, it's not a good thing. But like I was telling the attorney, they make it too easy to go online, apply for something, and they don't know where that copy's coming from that person submits. They don't know. And if it's for a loan, they don't give a rat's tush because they're going to make money off of that. But it's really sad, and I feel so much better airing that and being so frustrated and so disillusioned. It's like nobody does their job anymore. Granted, I know that I'm not the only case that the detective has, but by gosh, you can get on your phone if you're going on vacation and I'm expecting a report from you and have the decency to contact me. Is it that hard? Because when I turned in my information, it had everything you needed, my name, my email, the case number. What do you want me to do? Come up there and file it myself? I don't have the credentials to do that. And it just made me so angry, and I had to really tone it down because I've got a snippy temper now, let me tell you. But it's always for the right. But this hat is kind of cool, and I'd have to wear the thing under the chin because it'd be about ready to fall off. But it is gorgeous. Injustice can cause one to feel, yes, that's right, Laura. And it says in the Bible, and being that we're human, we have a life to live. We have bills to pay. We have obligations. We have a car. We have insurance. We have this. We have that. And when someone violates that, and you're sitting there holding the bag, and that bag's pretty heavy. Yeah, that's true, Shelbel. It's so true. That to the point where, sometimes I believe the crooks have more rights than we do, even though we didn't break the law. But we have to sit there as a victim waiting for justice, which I will have to check that when I go downstairs because your package, Joanne, went out the day before yesterday. And I definitely will check that. My phone is downstairs in my purse. I just thought, well, I'll come up here. And if I do a split screen, I'll really lose you guys. It's heartbreaking, especially as we grow older, because, yeah, like people that are retired, they worked and earned that money that these people are stealing, be it a debit card, Social Security. I've had someone for my adopted mother for weeks trying to steal her Humana insurance. And she keeps getting these calls and she just won't answer. I got my package. Oh, no. Joanne, I owe you a refund. I'll have to refund you. I'm sorry it went through UPS, and here they go. And I wrapped it pretty good, but I'll give you a refund. Or let's see. I'll refund you on that and all that. And maybe one day I'll find one like it. I am so sorry. Sometimes it doesn't, you can wrap the tar out of them, but if it comes in contact with anything, boom. But I will refund you, Joanne. Thank you for telling me about that. I'm so sorry. Their thought process just amazes me, the mind and thoughts of a criminal. I know. And we can't think like a criminal. We don't know. It's really bad. I know it. UPS, I'm surprised that went through UPS because that package was not that big, but it was a cheaper route. But Joanne, I will refund you your money, and I so apologize. And Brian, I shipped him an entire nativity, and man, the good Lord must have had his hand on that because there was like 11 pieces in there. Yes, Joanne, unfortunately they do. And like I said, Joanne, I don't know why that particular box went through UPS to start with, because it wasn't that large. but however, it was cheaper. But sometimes, you know, they handle stuff so darn rough. And yes, Joanne, we will make that right for you, and I apologize. And maybe, Joanne, are you a fan of the tea mugs and stuff like that? Because I'm out quite a bit, and I'll look for you one that one was so neat. I've never seen anything like it, but I'll be on the lookout for you. The first time I went live, I didn't have any volume, so I had to go leave that and come and make a new one. But I survived. So Laura couldn't hear me, so I wanted to make sure that she could. And it's, whew, I feel like I ran a marathon, you guys. And sometimes that mental part wears you out worse than anything else. But I wanted to come on and show you guys the goodies. Yeah, Laura, she wants to hear what's going on with you know, all I can do is just roll my eyes, y'all. But I like different types of mugs, tea or coffee, especially anything. Flamingo. Okay, sweetheart, I'll be on the outlook for you. But like I said, on a positive note, this is the second week for my new channel, and guys, it's growing. And like Josie, we discussed before we went live, she goes, you'll be really popular, but you'll have people that will come at you with negativity. And hey, I know that because that's the world we live in. And, you know, thank you, Shell Bell. And I think it will be. And Shell Bell Brian is coming on next week with me. And he experienced a miracle. And I believe he has a lot to say. And he wants to give testimony to what the miracle that happened in his life. And he is next. And Brian's like, oh boy, I hope she's not in that playful mood. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate that. I know, Robin. And really, Robin, I think I was rather diplomatic about that because, I mean, to each their own. We are all judged on our own merit, but somebody to imply that I look like a man, I don't think so, you know. And I told Josie, and she just laughed, and we both laughed about it. And I think it bothered my dear friend Laura worse than it bothered me because Laura is loving like that. It kind of caught me off guard, and I'm like, excuse me. And I felt like that I was very ladylike in my approach. And I really couldn't tell you what was going through my mind when I seen it. And I'm like, oh no, she didn't. And as you guys know, when she came in the chat, I was very cordial, very friendly. And there she pops that out. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. Yes, they did. And, you got to have people looking out. Those mods are worth their weight in gold because they're watching and they're really good at what they do. Shell Bell, I would have said something like, well, I don't know. That depends on how much you want to pay for the information. Shell Bell, you are a treasure. Michelle was back up. Yes, and we always need that backup because I admit it, you guys, I was like, oh no, she didn't. So it's always good. It was deleted when I ran to my phone. Yes, Robin, it was just something that was so, It was amusing, yet it was insulting. My fingers went slow because I don't know how to block the wrong. Right. Sometimes I've seen in different chats where somebody drops their phone or the wrong person gets blocked. But yep, let's take that off of there. Yeah, it's totally glass. And the rooster said, "Don't be coming in the chat saying that again." You guys, you're thinking she is silly. Anything you want to for the right price. I usually watch on the TV and right. Yeah, because you get that big, beautiful picture, and it's just amazing. Cluck, cluck. Yep. You guys, I don't know what kind of liquid they have in this, but it's kind of, and it's sticky, but it's a great bottle, though. Look at the bottom of it. And she's a pretty one. Let me give you God, somebody took that out of their kitchen and failed to wipe it off, but I guess dust and oil are free, right? Alrighty then, let's see what we got here. We're looking at about 13 inches, y'all. Now that's what I call a rooster. They try to get your goat saying things like that. Yes, they do. I remember saying, well, I said that about being catty, and I said, I just had Laura claw her right out of the chat. Now, if people want to come in and be nice and interact with people in a nice way and not be nasty, that's one thing. I welcome that, but don't come in here asking an offensive question when, of course, everyone in the chat knew that was really ridiculous, but still, it's the point that that causes unrest in a chat and it should never happen, you know. Yes, Brian, he is a very kind person. And Brian, how's your mom doing? Is she making any progress in her rehab? A lot. What I like to do when I'm in a chat and somebody new comes in, if I'm on my phone, I like to kind of go over and see what we're dealing with. And you know, we had a person one night in the chat that was underage, and it was an auction. And I went over there and I said, he looks like he's a hot 14 or 15, 16 at the oldest. And yeah, yeah, they will. Doing better, got to get her back and walking. Yeah, see, when you get injured like that, there's so many things that come into play with an injury. And they're being that your mother is older, they're doing it step by step program so that they can build up her endurance, I would say. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to conclude this live. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for letting me bring my harp to the party, as they say. But cleansing is a good thing, it's good for your soul. I love every one of you. You guys have a great day. And unless I come on again, you never know about me. I'll see you next Tuesday. Love you guys with all my heart. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.